me, the greatest strength of opera and the greatest strength of classical music is that you can look back in history 200 to 300 years, and over the entire span of history, composers and people and humanity have been searching for the same things. You know, whether it's, soldier songs, which is kind of taking on a political issue of war, or Beethoven's Eroica Symphony, which was taking on a political issue of Napoleon and the first democracy in France, or whether it's the themes of love in opera, or betrayal, or intrigue. These are common themes that we've had that human beings have explored for over 300 years, forever. I mean, I think this is what gets to the human spirit. And the beauty of music and the beauty of opera and the beauty of classical music is that you can find a way to explore those things in a very profound manner and in a different time scale. I mean, music has always been one of those arts that can transport you and change the time you live in. And by that, a minute is no longer a minute when you're listening to great music. A minute can be 30 seconds or a minute can be an hour, depending on where the music takes you. And that's the beauty of what we do. And that's why the art is so incredible. Push the button, aim on screen, shoot the moving pixels, shoot the moving pixels, shoot the moving pixels. There are traditions you have to learn, and then I think people have to try and get over the fear factor, because there's this idea that opera is nothing but, rather large women with horned helmets singing at the top of their lungs for hours on end. And I think what we've tried to do artistically is try and get away from that and show that art is still relevant. One of the operas we have coming up, Soldier Songs, was written by a 27-year-old composer about his friends from high school who were serving in Iraq. So you have this kind of idea that art and classical music and opera is still relevant.
Someone yell, cut, this movie's out of control. This movie's out of control, where's the director? Someone yell, cut, this movie's out of control. This movie's out of control, where's the director?
I think with the McCombs degree, what I'm really excited to do is help find that way to make the arts stable through the next century. I mean, I think we really are in the state of flux on finding where we're going to be and how we're going to be funded and what our business model is going to be. And the beauty of the McCombs degree is that I'm able to do that while also focusing on the beauty of the art that I like to do. Oh, so what happens when it goes into 3/12? It's like daga 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 bum beam bum bum bum. And so I think in 10 years we're going to be exploring all kinds of things. I don't think it's going to be limited to what Opera Vista does here or what someone else is doing in New York. We're going to be synthesizing all these ideas and figuring out what works best for the arts. And it may not be the same thing in every city. So there's going to be a lot of excitement. In 10 years, I hope I'm still as interested in learning all this and jumping into the mix as I am now. And I think I will be, because it's way too much fun.